question is, what do you think about the latest elections in Israel, and how do you think the results will affect the conflict between Israel and Palestine in the region?
Well, I mean, I think that there were a lot of misinterpretations as far as the polls before the elections. And I think it was a given that Benjamin Netanyahu was going to be elected. But you can see now the coalition that came about, by electing the new party in Israel, Yesh Atid. There is a future in Hebrew under the leadership of Yair Lapid. You do have a new emerging centrist party, which is trying to couch to the middle secular class in Israel, and that was quite telling by the latest outcomes of the elections. I think that that's a positive thing. Again, it's yet to be seen how it plays out. I mean, again, the Netanyahu government is still trying to form itself and create the positive and the right coalitions in order to create that stable government. That being said, the official line, and Israel is committed to a two-state solution. And I think that Lapid has been very adamant about that, so has Netanyahu himself. And I think that by bringing together more centrist voices, you're going to hear more talks about trying to jumpstart peace process. President Obama has declared that he's coming to the region shortly, and to deal with and I'm sure he'll be trying to put enough pressure on both parties to come to the negotiating table and talk about what peace would look like. I think that the architecture has also changed in the region when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian dynamic, which is also very clear from the Israeli elections. Israelis believe that the number one threat to the state of Israel today is the Islamic Republic of Iran. They also believe that Hamas, which is now the majority party and is governing the Gaza Strip, is not a partner for peace. And I think that what is clear is that the West Bank under Salam Fayyad is really that potential partner for creating a movement towards peace between Israelis and Palestinians. But again, going back to my comment before, the Palestinians are also facing a challenge between more of a radical push for Islamism under Hamas versus a more secular kind of a pragmatic look under Fatah, under the West Bank. And I think that that's part of identifying and finding our partners for peace as we're looking to jumpstart any kind of negotiations.
Yeah, I must say that eventually the real Islam, and then what is really in Quran, and this is potentially really bearing love and brotherhood even towards to the other religions and the people of the book, what we call in Quran, and it will win. This idea is eventually going to win. We know this because this is how it should work, and this is how it lasts. This is the nature of the system and nature of the society. If there is no love, the radicals will never leave. But we as the real the Quran holders, we have to fight for this, with love again, with speech, with such shows, and eventually we will, educate our people that, the Quran is no more radicals, but it's just, there must be a, big love between all the religions, even with the non-believers when it comes to the point.
Yes. I agree. I think that's what's missing from the debate. I mean, the public discourse has the perception of the radicals. They are the ones, as I mentioned before, they're the ones who are getting a lot of PR. They're the ones who are getting a lot of views. So the perception is, and even the loss in translation that exists between the East and the West. When you're looking at America, again, not every Muslim is a member of Hamas or Al-Qaeda. I mean, these are all the challenges that we face as far as looking at bringing back and speaking out against the radicals. That's the only way to crack down on their influence. And you're absolutely correct. The mutual reciprocity of the people of the book that the Quran speaks about, and the kind of reciprocity that existed between Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, people need to be remembered of that when you're looking at the course of the monotheistic religions and how they operated historically. Unfortunately, that has been distorted, and that is not the frame of mind that people think about. And I commend you for your initiative. I think that that's what we need to remind people of, and to bring them and talk about those commonalities, and to have that reciprocity between the people of the book. Yeah.
Exactly.